Hello my darlings, hope you're doing very well. In today's video I'm going to be reading a BuzzFeed article. It's been a while since I've divulged, is that the right word? Divulged? In a BuzzFeed article. This one really caught my eye and it is tattoo artists are sharing the wildest tattoos they've ever done and I legit just spit out my coffee. A guy wanted a Pinocchio on his crotch with the penis as his nose. Okay, like I've seen that. Does that mean there's more than one? Because I've 100% seen a Pinocchio penis tattoo before. So does that mean there's more than one? Or is it just that one? Anyway, hi, I'm Morgan and this is my son, Dandelion. Love that. As you can see, I've got a full sleeve. I've got 15 other tats, so it's safe to say that I'm kinda obsessed with tattoos. Okay, fair enough. It's nice to see someone who has tattoos write an article that's about tattoos, because I have read plenty of articles in my time from people who don't have tattoos or even stepped foot into a tattoo studio, so it's always just like super misinformed and stuff. Anyway, so when I was scrolling on my phone today, I saw that a Reddit user, u/soapsoupson, asked the question, tattoo artists of Reddit, what is the most fucked up thing that you've tattooed? Obviously, that caught my interest. Me too. And what I read made me spit out my coffee. Here are some of the wildest responses. Oh God, are you guys ready for this? Oh God. I've not read this. I saw the headline and I was like, oh my God. So this is like a first impression reaction situation. Number one, I had a guy get a tattoo of his wife fingering her own arse while she sat and watched me tattoo it on him. Interesting experience trying to get the shading on her labia just right while she was peering over my shoulder. What the actual fuck? Like, there is, you know, love, and then this is a type of love I would never want in my life. Like, not to shame anyone's life choices or anything like that. Like, at the end of the day, if you're happy and it's two consenting adults and all of that, then fine, you do you, boo. But for me, no, it's just not for me. Okay, number two, I had a gentleman come in, and when I'd only been tattooing for about 3 years, I was in the middle of a tattoo and somewhat understandably distracted. The fella pulls out his knob and shows me a poorly done star on the head. First of all, that's like sexual harassment. Indecent exposure. The fella pulls out his knob and shows he wants it fixed and wants me to add another star and a crescent moon. He told his wife he'd give her the moon and the stars. I mean, I'm happy when Tom buys me a Kit Kat, alright? I don't want him tattooing nothing anywhere for me, okay? Like, no thank you, but this is something else. He made an appointment the following day. When he showed up, I gave him a set of gloves and told him he was going to be helping to stretch the skin. He was a good sport about it and all went well and fine till he told me they were swingers and invited me over to their home to drink Crown and bang his wife. I politely declined, which is probably why the wife got the only tip out of the deal. Fuck's sake. Again, I feel like I'm going to be saying this a lot throughout this video, but again, I'm not going to sit here and shame people. Whatever makes you happy, la 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 la. It's just a bit weird. I just started tattooing, so I was taking any kind of walk in I could get. This guy would come in every few weeks and get his girlfriend's name tattooed on him. The same name, all different ways in a diamond, attached to an infinity symbol with a ladybug. One day he came in with her. I was surprised because I'd never seen her and I'd always wanted to know who was this muse of shitty name tattoos. Oh boy. She seemed pissed off and unapproachable. The guy was in high spirits though. I skipped the small talk with her, did the tattoo, let them leave. He came in a few weeks later alone and I finally asked him, why all the name tattoos? He told me he would tattoo her name on himself every time he cheated on her and she found out. What the fuck? Ew, what an absolute dirtbag. I don't want to be that person that's just, men. For fuck's sake, men. When I was getting tattooed, I asked my artist what his most fucked up tat was. He told me a guy wanted Pinocchio on his crotch with the penis as his nose. My artist did it and said the customer seemed happy with it. I mean, it is a cool idea. Like, maybe not so original, but it's a fun idea. Right, let me know your thoughts and opinions on that one. Not a tattoo artist myself, but I trained for a bit. Asked a master what the weirdest thing he tattooed was, and he said, without hesitation, a pair of eyes on my mate's balls. He has that locked and loaded, ready for any time someone asks that. Like, zero hesitation, it's like, yeah, it's that one. He's probably done a few more weird things, but that one has stuck out in his mind for the rest of his life. It's quite a cool idea, though, if you think about it. I think if I had gonads, I would do something like that. Would I? Would I really get my nads out to get tattooed? I don't think I would. Usually things I didn't feel comfortable putting on people I would turn away, but I had a co-worker who would scoop them up and do the tattoo for them. One was a girl who had just turned 18. She wanted a chain around her waist with a lock hanging down just above her vagina and the words "property of Dave." First of all, she was 18, so I figured the relationship probably wasn't going to last, so I wouldn't do it for that reason. That's a fair enough reason. I totally respect when tattoo artists turn down doing tattoos, especially something like that. I don't want to be that person that's super like cynical and, glass half empty and all of that jazz, but the likelihood of a relationship lasting from the age of 18 is so rare. Well, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It does happen. I've seen it happen, but I feel like that kind of tattoo probably isn't the best idea, I don't know. Anyway, then come to find out that her boyfriend had just been sentenced to life in prison. The girl was making a terrible emotional mistake. I refused, but my co-worker did the tattoo. Nah, yeah, that is a huge mistake, and this tattoo artist definitely had the right idea to refuse it, and he can sleep at night now knowing that he hasn't, scarred this person for life, because her boyfriend's going to be in jail for a very, very long time. She's so young. You shouldn't have to wait for someone. I mean, if she wants to wait, I guess she can wait, but you won't catch me waiting. A guy wanted the thumbs up emoji on his taint. Apparently he wanted everyone down there to know he appreciates a job well done. I passed him off to a male colleague who did not stop giggling the entire session. I don't blame them. Oh God, that must have hurt so bad. But again, you do you, boo. My friend asked this when he got his first tattoo. The artist said he had a totally sober girl come in and ask for the Come and Go logo tattooed right above her arse. The artist ensured that she understood everything the tattoo implied and that it was permanent. She still got it. Fair enough. Consenting, sober. You do you, boo. The weirdest was the guy who wanted a brown star outline tattooed on his elbow, because my ma says I can't tell my arse from my elbow. I've heard that saying before. Oh my God. Once it was healed, apparently people didn't get the joke. So he came back with printed photos from a disposable camera of his own butthole, and he wanted that tattooed in the middle of the brown star. I would have just left it as a brown star or turned it into like a black star and just forget the whole joke, That's quite an old saying / joke, so not everyone's gonna get it. And yeah, I would have just left it. I would not want the whole butthole thing on my elbow. That's taking wanting a meaningful tattoo far too far, in my opinion. That's someone that's really wanted a personal, meaningful tattoo, and I think they didn't understand the assignment. 8 ball on a guy's testicle black worked the whole testicle, left a hole, and tattooed an 8 in the left out space. Ouch. Oh my god, why? That would have hurt so much. And for what? The artist I use told me that this guy would come in every so often wanting Playboy bunnies tattooed on his cheeks. Oh my god, how weird. Hang on. I have a full-on Playboy jumper on right now. It literally says on the back of it in massive words. Like if I put my arms out like this, you'll see on the back it says Playboy. That's really weird. Anyway, my artist won't do face tattoos, so he kept telling him no. One day the guy come in wanting something else. The artist went in the back to get some artwork. When he came back, the guy was walking around eating KFC, getting it all over the carpet and walking on it. The artist said, "You know what? I'll do the bunnies after all." That guy now has those bunnies on his cheeks and the artist now calls him Chicken Boy. I'm sorry, but if someone was disrespecting my business by eating and then treading in the crumbs, I'd be like, can you get the hell out? Like, this isn't a zoo. What are you doing? The disrespect. My friend had a guy come in wanting an arse tattoo. He had drawn up the artwork himself and wanted a sloth on his arse cheek, done to look like it was coming out of his arse. The sloth was smiling and giving a thumbs up. I'm trying to think of a logical reason behind that. Like is that an inside joke? What is this about? I mean, sloths are cute. So there's that. My cousin is a tattoo artist and he had a woman who wanted cheetah print from her pubic area all the way through her butt crack. He tattooed this woman's perineum and arsehole with cheetah print. Nice. Real nice. Chef's kiss. My tattoo artist told me he tattooed a pair of wings on some dude's dick. How? Like, where? Was it above the thing or was it on the thing? Under the thing, top on the end of the thing. Where do you put the wings on the thing? Not an artist myself, but the one I used told me about this guy who wanted his girlfriend's name tattooed on him. My artist doesn't like doing names, but was convinced to do it. While he was working, the guy was on the phone with the girlfriend crying. The artist didn't understand why he was crying so much. It couldn't hurt that much. Then he started paying attention to the conversation. The girlfriend had already dumped him, and the guy thought the tattoo would convince her to take him back. Oh my god. Nobody, please, if you're watching this and thinking about doing something like that, please don't do that to yourself. Nobody is worth it. Like, no one would ever go back to someone because they got their name tattooed on them. And if so, that's just, what the fuck? What is wrong with people? Why does it only take a tattoo to like someone again? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, I give up. I just, sometimes humanity, it just makes me sad. I had an older lady, definitely over 80, come in wanting a butterfly tattoo on her labia. Okay. Go on, grandma. Actually turned out really pretty. She loved it. Was a pleasure to work with. Every time I do a butterfly tat now, I think of her flaps. For fuck's sake. It's a bit perverted. Not so professional. But I'm all for, grandma over here at at least 80 getting her vagina tattooed. Go on. Get it, honey. Ask my tattoo artist this question. Super professional guy who has got awards for his work, but he said he had done some dodgy tattoos in order to get his reputation started. Oh, red flag. One of those was for a girl who was an aspiring porn star. He tattooed her butthole to be more appealing pink colour. Okay, I mean, I understand that. Like, there's a lot of people out there. It's kind of like, maybe not, but it's kind of like, microblading your eyebrows or, getting your lips tattooed. These lips, not those lips, these lips. So I kind of get it. Like, if I saw that was a service being offered by tattoo artists or cosmetologist tattoo artist, if that's even the right word, I don't know. I wouldn't be mad at that. I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. It's good for like sex workers, you know, porn stars, people who use OnlyFans, you know, if they want to do something like that. I don't know. Thing is, butthole tattoos, I'm going into this again. Every time I hear about a butthole tattoo, I'm just amazed. But really, how does one look after one's butthole tattoo? Because your butthole is not a clean place for the most part, okay? Like, we're not all walking around with showers attached to our handbags and our wallets and our jean pockets and our jackets. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even if you use a baby wipe, like, you don't really want to be you don't want to be smearing poo all over a new tattoo, and the itchy phase. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a butthole tattoo really does concern me a little bit, you know? And finally, this young man wanted a tattoo on his back. It said, "Lisa, please forgive me." I asked him if this was some last-ditch effort to get his girl back. He said yes. And I told him it was a really bad idea and he shouldn't do this. He wanted the tattoo anyway, so he got it. I mean, the tattoo artist did warn him, so I guess that's that. If it worked out with him and the girl, she would always remember this terrible thing he did that was so bad. He had to get a tattoo to try and prove how wrong he was. Thing is, just get a card. You know, just go to Clinton Cards or Moonpig or wherever you get a card from and just pour out your whole feelings. You don't need to scar your body for life to say sorry. Or if it didn't work out, whoever he dated afterward would ask him what terrible thing he did that was so bad he had to get a tattoo to try fix things with his ex. It seemed like no-win scenario with that tattoo. My advice is, if your tattoo artist is telling you something isn't a good idea, just take a moment and consider why. Absolutely. Well, I have to say that was very entertaining, and I had honestly forgot that people do get crazy tattoos. You know, like, I've been so wrapped up in a world of like watching TikToks and stuff and getting my own tattoos that aren't deemed crazy or inappropriate or wild, that I forget that there are people out there that will still get, you know, the butthole tattoos, the labia tattoos and all of that fun stuff, you know. I would love to know if you know of any wild tattoo stories like this. Like, if you ever asked your tattoo artist, you know, what's the weirdest tattoo you've ever done, please comment them down below. Also, if you have a weird tattoo, I'd love to know about it. Share it with the class, please and thank you. And yeah, until our next video, I hope you all stay safe and well, and goodbye.